In this video, I'm going to show you how not following the ball when you're at the net in doubles can often be the best choice. Now, first, this video is courtesy of J Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. All right, let's set this up. First off, we see the returner's partner is inside the service box. This is going to be a second serve. Another thing we know about with this being a second serve is look where the return is being struck. The returner is inside the baseline. We couple that with just the spin that is being put on this ball. He's hitting a top spin serve. This is a second serve situation. Another thing you want to take from this is look at the returner's partner's position, how he's facing the net person. You want to do that because if the return is hit to the net guy and the net guy hits it at you, you want to be able to react. So you want to face the net player when you're at the net and the ball's behind you. So the ball is behind this guy being returned by the returner. So he is facing the net person. But let's talk about this right here. This is the situation we need to be careful of when we are at the net. The opponent at the baseline has a ground stroke, and we're at the net. Typically, this is when you see net players worry about a down the line shot. So they'll cover the down the line, and then the opponent hits cross court, and you can never touch the ball. Here's a simple way to know where you should be when you're at the net. And it has to do with your opponent at the baseline, whether they're hitting what is called an outside ground stroke or an inside ground stroke. It doesn't matter lefty, righty, forehand, or backhand. That's not what we're saying. What we are saying is outside ground stroke or inside ground stroke. The outside ground stroke is toward the outside of the court. The inside ground stroke is toward the center or the inside of the court. So the net player here sees the baseliner is going to hit an outside ground stroke. When your opponent is hitting an outside ground stroke in doubles, especially when it is their backhand, I want you to predict a cross-court ball. It is not easy to take an outside ground stroke and hit it down the line. Now, conversely, the inside ground stroke, which would be a forehand for this player, is actually the easiest shot to go down the line. So it's the inside ground stroke that you would actually expect the opponent to hit down the line. But it's the outside ground stroke that you predict that they are going to hit the ball cross court. So watch the move that the net player makes to intercept this ball. Watch him move and jump the route, and he cuts in the way of the ball. And then from here, he's not going to hit it back to the baseliner, but he's going to hit it to this half of the court because this player doesn't have enough time to react, and the ball goes right by him. You watch so many recreational players, and they've heard countless times to follow the ball. So the ball goes out wide, and the net player follows, only to just get out of the way of the cross-court ball that's going to be ensuing. When your opponent in doubles has an outside ground stroke, predict that they're going to hit the ball cross-court. Now, if they're way up here inside the court, then the down the line is, very predictable. They're going to do that a lot. But when they're back by the baseline and it's a strong shot to them and it's out wide and it's their outside ground stroke, predict that they are going to hit cross court. You can jump the route, you can poach it, and then when you get this ball, do not hit it back to the person with more time. Don't aim to the middle because the baseliner will also go and get that ball. You want to hit it right at the chest or at the feet or right by the net person. They'll have no time to react and you will dominate your next doubles match. So if you're currently playing doubles on a weekly basis, let's say, and you're not utilizing the idea of outside ground strokes and inside ground strokes to properly predict where your opponent is going to hit the ball, which means helping you to know where to stand on the court, then you're really missing out on great opportunities to win more matches. It's very, very simple. If this is you at the net and the opposing baseliner has the ball, you have to pay attention to whether they're hitting an outside ground stroke or an inside ground stroke. Realize that tennis balls by your opponents tend to be hit in an X. Right there is the X. The balls tend to cross. On average, inside ground strokes are hit down the line and outside ground strokes are hit cross court. Now, what I just said is less true on the pro tour, a little more true in college, and really true in recreational tennis. If you can master this idea, When you're at the net and you see what side of the body the opponent is making contact on, your opponents will wonder if you're psychic. They'll wonder, like, how do you always know where I'm going to hit the ball? It's this. It's inside ground stroke versus outside ground stroke, which means you shouldn't always follow the ball. Because if, this is you, your partner hits it out wide, should you follow it? No, because it's an outside ground stroke and they're going to hit it cross court. So you should actually hold your ground, and then just before you hit, which is what we saw from the net player here, just before the baseliner hit the ball, he jumped. He moved diagonally to cut that ball off. So then when the ball went cross court, he was right there. And where did he hit it? He didn't hit it back to the baseliner or even to the middle. He hit it right by the net player who didn't have enough time to react. Watch the point again. Watch how the returner's partner sees the ball go cross court. He goes forward. He sees it's an outside ground stroke, and he doesn't worry about the down the line. That is such a tough shot to take a crooked ball and make it straight, especially back at the baseline. They're going to lose. This guy's going to win that point 30% of the time. So you want to allow your opponents to go for those shots because they're going to lose 70%, and that benefits you. So he expects the ball to go cross court. He jumps it, and that's when he hits it right by the server's partner. It's so cool to diagram it. Watch it one more time with all the info. Now, this strategy of not following the ball when you're at the net to help you dominate and win more matches is one of the over 30 strategies you're going to learn from the brand new online solution, The New Rules of Doubles. It's from Will Hamilton over at Fuzzy Yellow Balls, and he's teamed up with Craig O'Shaughnessy, the leading statistician in both men's and women's singles and doubles. He is taking all of the latest data of what is working on the pro tours right now, and he's put it together with Will Hamilton to show you exactly how you can make minor changes in where you stand, in where you hit the ball to help you win more matches. This incredible product is only $67, but the deal is only available until August 9th at midnight. You can check it out by clicking my link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. Now, if you're looking for new people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a league at your level, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for Player Court, and it's playercourt.com/2minute tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. When you're at the net, it's great to be aggressive, and we know that. But sometimes we're afraid of the ball going down the line on us, and it makes us want to cover the alley. But guess what? Your opponent kind of tells you where they're going to hit the ball. If it's an inside ground stroke, a ground stroke that's toward the center, or they turn toward the center of the court, it actually makes sense to hold your ground a little bit. I know this is counterintuitive, but just watch tennis, especially recreational tennis, and this is what happens. And when the ball is an outside ground stroke, believe it or not, that's when they tend to pull cross court more often. So if you see an outside ground stroke right before they hit, move up diagonally, cut off that ball, and pick on this player with no time to react. You use the inside and outside ground stroke to be able to predict properly where your opponent's going to hit the ball, and there is no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. Come on, click the link, check out The New Rules of Doubles. You got this.